Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Dungeons 4, or at least the demo for it, as part of the Steam Next Fest. The actual game is coming out on November 9th, but we're going to dive in a little bit early.
Looks like we're playing stand. Thalya set about destroying the last remaining heroes. Amongst others, her stepbrother Tristan.
Interesting that we're no longer controlling the Great Evil, it's all Thalya now. I really got to go back and play through the DLCs for Dungeons 3, because I played like some of them. And I think I'm missing parts of the story.
Once upon a time, long, long ago in... well, you know the rest. The absolute evil had, in the fabulous predecessor to this game, taken over the entire overworld with its creatures. Now it spent its time on debauched parties and... Wait a minute. The entire overworld? No! One small village of indomitable heroes still held out against the invaders. The unamused evil was beside itself with rage. But all this was about to change once and for all, because the remote controlling evil sent its most vicious general into the field, the Dark Elf Thalya. Thalya, also known from the fabulous predecessor, came back from her vacation in a thoroughly good mood. Before that, she had defeated her foster father, the paladin Thanos. This fact is important to note.
Are they giving me time to write it down?
For this last remaining village of heroes was protected by none other than Tristan, foster son of Thanos and Thalya's stepbrother. This proud warrior in shining, his handsome heroic chest accentuating armor, was the last glimmer of hope for the forces of good. Thalya, who had fully embraced the dark side, couldn't wait to really kick her stepbrother's ass. And so our story begins.
What are they called? They're cute, in a weird way.
The last defenders of good were fighting for their survival. This seemed to be the perfect time for Tristan to make his appearance, the last mighty hero of the good races.
My brothers! In your eyes I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
And with those familiar-sounding words, Tristan charged into battle to the cheers of his men. The heroes of good had managed to capture some of the evil creatures. Nevertheless, it was more than questionable whether a few minor victories and a brilliant speech could do anything against the absolute evil's armies. A storm of darkness and gloom descended, heralding the arrival of Thalya, the absolute evil's general. This entrance not only panicked the defenders of good, but also seemed to strengthen the creatures of evil.
Hey, I'm back! Time to kick a little hero butt. Forward, creatures! Show me what you can do! Punch 'em smack dab in the mouth! Smash 'em in the face! Oh, and just as a precaution, get me my handbook of worn-out third-rate catchphrases. Ha! If my eyes don't deceive me, that's my stupid stepbrother Tristan over there too, just waiting for me to lovingly put his head on a spear. Ha! Today is gonna be a good day.
Thalya seemed to be very sure of victory. Some might find this puzzling, as it was the beginning of a long new campaign. But okay. Maybe the rest of the missions are nothing but a string of debauched victory celebrations. Who knows?
I love how self-aware it is. I mean, go figure, that's the dungeon's humor. Okay, so we can select her, move around.
A few pitiful opponents. I'm gonna massacre you. If I can just remember how that works again.
Fortunately, Thalya's instincts took over at this point, something which wannabe pro gamers often refer to as auto-attack. Thalya also remembered that she had a few skills that she could invoke whenever she felt like it.
Oh, right. Boom! That's how it's done.
Wow, those tentacles do a lot of damage. I guess go figure they take so long to, cast. Also, of course, we're doing 666 damage. Why wouldn't we?
Yippee-ki-yay, hero mucker!
The Dungeon
Thalya's
series
mighty
has always
storm
been...
once again stood at her disposal.
The Hero series has always been kind of amusing to me, or Heroes, Dungeon series, because my first video on Dungeons 2 years ago, I actually didn't like the game, like, at all. And it's, like, I think it remains one of my least liked videos I've ever made.
Subordinates. Ah, forget that. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that. Time to bust these things open, pulverize them, nuke them!
And so I, like, randomly picked up Dungeons 3 thinking, like, okay, I'll give it another chance. And it was, like, actually one of the better games I've ever played. And so I really got to go back to Dungeons 2 at some point, just be like, yeah, I was wrong.
You have destroyed.
I'll do that here. I was wrong. This
Thalya
game is
had
great.
freed all the creatures. Not to be outdone by her stepbrother, she too gave a brilliant speech.
Speech? Sure. Creatures! Time to punch the do-gooders right in the kisser! Forward! Punch them in the face, kick them in the shins, break their belt buckles so they trip on their pants!
Yes. Very inspiring.
Man, visually, this is a knockout, even compared to the last game, which looked pretty nice. This looks really good. Let's let the Nagas heal us up. Yeah, because I don't have any unit production yet. I'm assuming I can't attack the Banshees. And they'll just join my party momentarily.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so what else do we have around here? I'm looking for, like, kind of side paths, if there's any. These are mission-specific action. Thalya's Fury. Oh. Where? Oh, it's this? Ah. As long as it's active, your creatures will be stronger. Alright, let's get in here and then activate it.
Thalya had reached the center of battle. With another brilliant speech, she goaded her creatures on one more time.
Another speech? Oh. Ding dong, the hero's dead. That okay?
Honestly, I don't know if I can work with you like this. After Thalya's words, the creatures surged forward and flocked to their linguistically under-talented leader. Or would like to, but the defenses on the left and right flanks made progress impossible. Thalya had to destroy them in order to receive further support. The hero's defense collapsed on the right flank. The monstrous evil's creatures flocked to Thalya.
Excellent. I can always use more cannon fodder. I mean, loyal subordinates.
Huh. Do we have, like, kobolds or something? Yeah, whatever this unit type is, they're new. Or at least they've been reskinned pretty heavily. Was I really big on... I think I was really big on undead in Dungeons 3. Oh boy. Get ready to hear that a lot.
The hero's
Music's
left
pretty good too.
defensive flank could no longer withstand the breaching evil's creatures.
Okay, let's just keep increasing the size of our army. I do appreciate... Yeah, we can't pause. I do really appreciate that we can see every single one of our units if we want to micro them. It's a little overwhelming, but whatever. Okay, and we're going through there in a second. Let's heal up first. Hopefully before this demo's done, we'll actually be able to build at least a little bit of a dungeon. A couple seconds left on the tentacle. I probably don't need it now.
And another one for the Grim Reaper. Or Grim Reaperess, I'm not picky.
Yeah. I don't think we needed, I don't think we needed the tentacles for that. This next fight, though, yeah, maybe. We should wait.
Thalya! Stepsister! You dare to show your face here after killing our foster father!
Yeah. Is that a trick question? You can see I'm here. Thanos deserved what he got. And I thought to myself, hey, like father, like son.
You will pay for your deeds, sister. The light will protect me.
Okay, so how much HP does he have? A lot. The light is, in fact, protecting him pretty effectively. Oh, except for Thalya does a ton of damage to him.
Sister,
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some casualties
turn
here.
from evil and come back to the side of good. See the power of light.
With these words, Tristan was bathed in a golden light that seemed to protect him. As if that were not troublesome enough, a number of magical portals opened at the same time.
As if this wasn't dragging on way too long already. Can't we just jump straight to the point where I greedily take over the world? Forward, creatures! Smash the portals! Flatten that magic junk! Pull the plug!
My brothers! In your eyes I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished. When we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
Oh, didn't you spout that same bullshit earlier? In exactly the same words.
No, not at all. I am known for my brilliant speeches, wicked stepsister.
I seem to remember that whenever you were supposed to speak in front of the class, we had to get a mop.
You'll pay for that. Onward, faithful! Destroy the evil!
Oh, that works. I think I just got to keep my crew together. Also use the
All
the
the
boost
magical
more
portals
often.
have been destroyed, and with them, Tristan's shield went up in smoke.
That's the way I like it. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. I was just about to kick my stepbrother's butt.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and keep my Nagas slightly far away from
Sister,
him.
It doesn't have to end this way. Join me. Together we can still save the world.
Oh, can't you just die and spare us all the embarrassing melodrama?
One of your creatures has bit the dust.
Slightly distracting.
Once again, Talia's fury descended to plunge the land into blackness.
Unfortunately, all my Nagas are healing each other, which is slightly not what I want, but whatever.
Thalya! This isn't the end! We'll meet again!
With these words, Tristan quickly created a portal and threw himself through it with the last of his strength. The portal closed again behind him.
Treachery! Fraud! Cheater! This was supposed to be my victory! And what the hell kind of glove is that anyway? Looks to me like game design forgot to balance the thing properly.
Maybe the people in charge were still too captivated by your great speech. It brought tears to my eyes too, however, not of emotion.
As if the bird brains these evil creatures have needed grand speeches. A few skulls to bash in, and the social calendar for the evening is filled.
Well, each to their own. But apparently, Tristan had suffered a mishap, as the aforementioned magic glove still lay in the place where it was last used. It would seem that he had accidentally lost it.
Wonderful. This thing is just what I need. Très chic. I'll just grab that right away.
And so our story begins.
Why does she have the Infinity Gauntlet? That's a bad idea.
Tristan had managed to give Thalya the slip, but she had been able to capture his magic glove. The Gauntlet of Finitude, a fabled artifact. Unfortunately, UI overlays don't work in cutscenes, so Thalya couldn't read just exactly what the glove did. Nevertheless, she proudly presented it to the Absolute Evil in its form as the Dungeon. And so misfortune took its course, because at the same time, Thalya wanted to demonstrate how loudly she could snap her fingers. But this snap, which would go down in the history books as the Dungeon Lord snap, unleashed horrific forces that were discharged into the Dungeon Lord himself. As Thalya rose to her feet, the gauntlet had disappeared, and the Dungeon Lord lay dying. Viewers often began to cry at this point, because it made them think back to the last really good superhero movie. Thalya mourned for about 5 seconds. Thalya had shattered the realms of good and served them onto the absolute evil on a silver platter, while it had actually done nothing at all. So Thalya now became the absolute ruler. She had no clue about how to rule, but more than made up for it with hubris and consistently ignoring glaring problems. In addition, she surrounded herself with a staff of incompetent advisors. What could possibly go wrong? 10 minutes later, Tristan had captured Thalya, locked her in a cage, and put the armies of absolute evil to flight. And so the story ends. We'll tell you how the story continues in overpriced microtransaction bites. Oh, wait, wrong script. That's a different developer. Hang in there, I've almost got it. While Thalya was ignominiously taken away, the unused essence of absolute evil continued to float through the ether. It wasn't about to admit defeat that easily, but for evil to triumph once again, it needed Thalya back, for better or for worse. And so the swirling essence of absolute evil set about commanding the perplexed-looking chaotic hordes and freeing Thalya.
Oh, I guess I get to be a ghost now.
Round 2. The essence of absolute evil held the horde together and rose to the challenge of vicious dwarven engineering.
Why are the little snots so cute?
Tristan! Let me out of this damned cage, you stupid little good elf. Otherwise, I'll have a hard time wringing your scrawny neck. What the hell do you want from me anyway?
Thalya, stepsister, your deplorable deeds must not go unpunished. You have slain our foster father Thanos, a blasphemous affront to our goddess, whom you, to top it all off, have also slain. But we will have plenty of time to argue on our journey. I am here for the stone. Brynhild, if you please.
You know you can, you little cutie. Oi! Go on, you lazy lot. Get that destroyer of worlds class hammer going.
Oh yeah, dwarven ladies with beards.
Thalya had been captured. Only the bubbling around the place essence of absolute evil could save her. It was amusing to leave Thalya in the clutches of her brother. But on the other hand, without her help, the shapeless evil would probably just roam the countryside as a disembodied something or other, and at best be hired for third-rate horror movies. Fortunately, a forgotten dungeon heart lying in the underground could quickly be reactivated. Together with the creatures of the Horde, it would be easy to smash the do-gooder heroes there to smithereens. The wafting
right.
evil had to get rid of that dwarven contraption on the overworld, as it posed a threat to the underground, and with it, the dungeon heart. It was therefore necessary to build a mighty dungeon, or rather, to have one built, because, as a wafting essence, the disembodied evil could not do much itself.
It looks like we've got a whole bunch of gold just kind of sitting around. The only immediate problem is we don't have that many snots. Get him with the smacks. There we go. So even though we are a disembodied ghost being, we can still slap. Okay, send that off. One of these is going to have to be a treasury. It's a research. Oh. Main menu, research, army, creatures, traps and doors, construction menu. Hideout. Oh, we need a research room tile. So, dungeon tile, horde tile. There we go. Is this gonna count?
The gold-hungry evil had built a treasury. The meager amount that could be stored in the throne room was simply not even close to enough for a proper gold bath.
Okay, I'm just gonna check a couple other things. Vault of Evilness. I'm just gonna start with a couple of these. Gobbler Farm. While we're here, might as well start expanding into the next area as well. Only immediate problem is I don't quite have enough snots for this, but that's fine.
Here, delicious gobblers were raised to serve as food for the horde.
Oh, it wants the hideout to be a 6x6. Alright, let's make this a bit bigger then. And I will keep the consistency just because. I'll have to fill some of these in as I go. Because, yeah, this is going to mess with some things. Can I just... No, I don't think I can add it to the construction menu normally. Well, we can take a look at research, though. What else can we get? Yeah, because I don't have that much gold. We should probably research Hideout, Naga, Orc. And it looks like you can upgrade them again, but we need... Oh, faction research. I see. That's a new one. So you can actually upgrade your specific faction. Let's just do that. Since I don't have enough space to store all my gold, but really all I need to do is just spend it. Oh. You can slap a chicken. I feel kind of bad for it. Because they're really cute. Never mind. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we can build a horde room now. A little expensive. Don't really mind. What is this? Oh, fill an empty tile. That's exactly what I was looking for. Don't need the hideout. Don't need horde for beginners. Yeah, the thing is, like, this is not too different
for the horde's creatures. These could henceforth build themselves a place to rest there. The army-raising evil had recruited its first creature, a bit underwhelming considering that it was sitting on the throne of the gods a short time ago. But fresh starts are never easy. The evilest evil could use the Hand of Terror, not only to intervene, but also to lend its little snots the impetus they needed by giving them a spirited slap. The detestable evil had earned some delicious evilness. Excellent things could be done with it, such as exploring new stuff. However, first, a place had to be found where the evilness could be stored. The absolute evil quickly built a vault of evilness.
Okay, I don't think we have enough gold for that yet. But I think we'll get there pretty quick. Let's mine out this gold. Probably do the same thing out here. Yeah, let's see how big this is. 6 tiles. Oh, I see, and we can't dig into that. That honestly makes sense. Let's just have this one be like a 7. Or maybe we just mine all of the gold. And fill in everything according to my actual needs. As opposed to any kind of weird room-based setup. Okay. Vault of Evilness is going. That's new. Oh, was that how magic works? I guess evilness and oh, that's it. Oh, I see. Do that, though I think we're pretty low on money.
A vault of evilness. This allowed it to henceforth store evilness and use it.
Oi! No need to sit around being lazy when we could be picking up a little gold while we're here, eh? On you go, lads. Grab the nearest gold vein.
Sooner or later, the greedy dwarves would dig their way into the dungeon. The perfidious evil used a workshop to prepare traps to stop the gold-stealing dwarves in their tracks.
Can I get doors? No, I don't have enough money. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a guard room and how to even move my units around.
Technological progress has almost always been a fine thing. Further research could not only make new units or rooms available, but also increase the maximum number of little snots or creatures.
Yeah, I think I'll just do that for now. Let's see, we also have another good treasure vault
The
room.
hard work allowing evil had built a tinkerer's cave. Here, little snots could use the work units to make toolboxes, which were needed for the more extravagant dungeon accoutrements.
Okay, I think that's good enough at least for now. So we want to go into this. Oh, we have to make the create-a-mat. Yeah, we got plenty of gold.
Has been unearthed in the dungeon.
More areas, but I mostly want to mine into this.
Something dug into my little gold mine. Yeah! And it had to be stinking orcs, whose skulls are at best used as toilet paper holders in the lavatory. Okay, boys! Tear this joint to the ground!
Dwarves had opened a passage into the dungeon. The little snots immediately executed Order 67, as they had been instructed to do by Thalya in such a case, which meant that they ran through the dungeon with their arms flapping wildly. At the same time, they opened the secret trap cache, so that the tricky evil could give the dwarves a very warm welcome.
Okay. Slap them down. Unfortunately, okay, there's another one of our Naga coming to join the fight. We might lose somebody here, but that's fine. I thought you could pause, but maybe not. Just get a couple of these. Oh. Okay, what is level 2? Ah, they can go berserk.
Oi! Did you little honey buns forget your little baby bottles? Or how did you manage to lose to a bunch of lousy orcs? But fine. We still have some reinforcements here. Reinforcements? Attack!
Obviously, the danger from the dwarves had not yet been neutralized. Luckily, the little snots had made a few traps in their spare time, and they were only too happy to make available to the all-consuming evil.
Why are the... Oh.
The saw trap was perfectly suited for cutting tree trunks, but since they wouldn't become a resource until Dungeons 5, it would have to settle for dwarves for now.
Okay, so that works.
The Thrasher was a very powerful trap, just waiting to slap several heroes to Nirvana at the same time.
So I can just press F2 to gather my entire army and drop them at once.
Wait, are those orcs I see running around the dungeon? Lads, what's up with that? Why are they still alive? Get a move on. I could use a few new skull tankards.
Now what I'm also thinking is... No, I don't think I can get them to take a different route. Can I do anything else, like out here? I can't.
A Thrasher had been set up and was waiting for heroes who dared to go near the carousel.
And I'm really curious how this thing works.
A Thrasher trap not only took out one hero, it also provided any and all surrounding heroes with some nutritious cauliflower at the same time. Cauliflower ears, that is. The cunning evil had placed the first traps. This would make it much harder for the greedy dwarves to steal the gold from the treasury, or even destroy the dungeon heart itself.
Change trigger. Hamster Wheel of Death. When it's triggered, a huge little snot-powered spike wheel rolls down the passageway. Oh. Oh, so we can also change its, like, trigger time and delay and some other stuff. Alright, that's actually really cool. I don't usually truck with a whole lot of...
The saw trap's blades whirred along the wall, just waiting for bread to slice, or heroes, whichever came first.
Just gonna do a sticky goo trap, a couple of them. So small spike traps, that pusher. But I kind of don't want that pusher. Ooh, these traps are pricey. Now, could I put one of these out here? No. What? Oh. We've got quite the operation going on here. This is dungeon versus dungeon territory. Nope, that's not as shockingly still alive despite everything. Okay, so what am I going to do? Research dungeon level 3, research gnome. Destroy the dwarven great hall. So we're going to need more population points, we're going to need a lot of things. I think first and foremost we're going to need money. So let's work on that. Mostly by going out and grabbing every little bit of gold we possibly can find. Plus, this might get us some more places that we can explore to. Let's see. That there. Anything else? Yeah. We haven't gone this direction either. The only problem is if I dig too deep or too greedily, we might find our way into some not so great passages, but whatever. Let's see. Research gnome, research goblin. What is this? Oh, healing of horde creatures and hideouts. Up by a bunch. That's worth it. Unfortunately, we can't get into demons or undead. At least in this mission. But I suppose that's vaguely fine. I mostly like the undead so we can get the graveyard. Being able to revive my minions when they die is super nice. Because then we'd never have to get any more. Okay. Do we want to find another spot for a hamster wheel?
Payday.
I could do that. The only immediate problem is... I think we're down on snots. if I do that. Okay, so what else do we do? This is gold vein 4,000. Or maybe they haven't started mining those yet. Because these are easier. Is this a gold vein? Yeah. Yeah, let's just mine our way into every single one of these first. Because with my current trap setup, we pretty much don't have to... Oh, boy. That's a big vein of diamonds.
The dungeon has been discovered.
Over here? Oh, no, it's this. Looks just kind of vaguely swampy. Let's see. Anything over much? No. Financially, we're doing great. Let's finish off our research. So what does this do? Ah, next level. Ah. That gets us more little snots, too.
Increased its maximum little snot limit, and now had access to even more of the industrious little creatures.
Yeah, do we just upgrade our little snots first? We should probably look into a throne room. 4 entrances located at the center. Okay, so we already have that. Dungeon Heart has more life energy, regenerates faster, can shoot, and has armor. Kind of okay. I think we should probably work on the treasury next. Level 2 for all floor traps. Oh. Yeah, mostly we're just locked on gold. Luckily, it seems like the dwarves are kind of disinterested in attacking me, which is nice. Army. Yeah, I can pick up all units. Is there a way I can set, like, an attack flag? Maybe not. Yeah, we're just gonna chill for a moment while we get all of everything else set up. Now, I had researched doors, yes? Yes. If I remember right, doors give bonus efficiency. And we can use them to protect our dungeon as well. Okay, and let's go back to rooms. Because, yeah, we want to make this horde room larger. Should probably also make the chicken room bigger. Because I'm sure these guys are going to get hungry. Let's finish off research. So I was going to do both of the treasure vaults. And then chickens. Because, yeah, it seems like the dwarves have kind of forgotten about me. Which is just the way I generally like it. Okay, extend that. Where else do we have? Untold riches. Kind of here and there and everywhere. It's mostly just scattered around. I'll just have to kind of keep looking. We haven't found any, like, spider caves. Oh, and we haven't even hit the overworld yet. Yeah, it's probably something I should care about. Let's just go this direction. I always focus on my dungeon first. The overworld is rarely a specific issue. Okay, hideout, orc bed, wooden... Oh. We can get some more hideout bits. Is it here?
A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon.
Faction research increases the amount I can have.
Oh.
Okay. I think I goofed it a bit. Gonna get rid of those two. We want to try at least one of each of these. Oops. How do I undo? Nope. It actually looks like I can't go back down.
Area of the dungeon has been discovered. Payday.
Interesting. Why can't I reduce my amount? Alright, whatever. I guess we're just rolling Nagas and Orcs, and we'll just have to use the... I mean, we've seen what the Goblins and the well, yeah, we've seen what the Goblins and Gnomes can do, because we used them previously in that prologue mission. Well, in this case, I guess let's just take my horde.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Okay, maybe not you. Watch out for the lava. Will they attack? Oh, if I slap it, they'll go for it. Yeah, they didn't exactly tutorialize how I can actually control where my units are. At least not to my knowledge. And main menu, army. Let me check. Maybe it's a hotkey thing. Controls. Evil laughter. I didn't know there was a button for that. Okay. Select Thalya. Well, she's not here. Thought bubbles. Oh, we can turn them off. Dungeon. Room construction. Rotate. Overworld. Other. Hotkey group. Demon portal. Slow. Bat swarm. What I want is effectively like an attack marker. Like, go attack this area. I guess I'm just gonna have to drop them nearby and just slap it. That seems to be the only way I can do it. Once we get out into the overworld, then it's less of a problem. Oh, I see. I slap it once, and they'll come running. If I slap it again, they leave. Okay, I understand how this works. Maybe it was tutorialized and I just missed it. I don't know. Oh, look at this. I don't know what the gemstone is used for. I'm just gonna put it there. Okay, they still fighting? Yeah, they're still fighting. We might have some casualties here.
One of your creatures has died. I'm sure you're shedding a tear right now as you hire the next 3. Later, you may also be able to resurrect these creatures.
What's one dead creature if it gets one closer to the goal of freeing me? Come on! Free me already, you rotten maggots!
Oh, the little snots just run through the lava. Brings a tear to my frigid heart. Boy, these suckers are burly as hell. Okay, let's let them go back and rest. Save them the time and the effort. Okay. Yeah, we'll go after them in a bit. For now, I guess let's make another treasure room, just for the hell of it. Okay, go back to traps. We can get a door down. You know what? No. Can't. It's fine. But yeah, I might as well have this be another treasury on top of everything else. I'm curious if we're going to be able to do anything interesting with the lava around. Because that seems like something that we'd be able to actually use for, like, traps or as a resource. Because I don't remember there being just open lava tiles in the predecessor. And I can slap the crystal. No idea what it's used for. But it's just a thing I can do, I suppose. Oh, so we did lose a dude. Cool. Let's see. Do we want melee fighter, enemies more vulnerable physical damage, ignored in combat as long as there are other targets? Let's start with that. Get one goblin. Okay, what else do we have around here? I mean, probably all sorts of things if I really was committed to it. But I don't...
It's payday.
I don't care that much. Wow, these guys didn't even get past my basic traps? That poor goat. Why would you monsters send such a beautiful, helpless creature into a realm of death? Whatever. Can I drop him here? Or is that their weapons? Maybe. Slap that door. Oh, the goblin. Did it work? No. Huh. That's a bug. I think this is where we will want to get a gnome or two. Bombs with the AoE seems like it would be pretty good. Like, we might only need a handful of orcs. Let's see, is there anything else I haven't researched? Seeing as we seem to be beyond flush with cash. Hopefully the research trees get a little deeper for each faction as well. I think maybe too many of my guys are actually hitting that door because that was the first thing I had told them to attack. Well, if it is, so be it. Put him in the back. Okay, maybe not. It looks like there was an attacker wave heading my direction, so let's just drop these guys, let them heal. I don't think we lost anybody. Yeah, we're just gonna keep busting our way in. And this seems to be how I get access to the upper area as well. I don't know why they're not gonna fill that in. Well, the efficiency is massive, so I guess it doesn't matter. And yeah, we seem to have plenty of food. One thing we might want to consider, just out of sheer laziness, is... well, maybe not laziness, but I have tons of resources to just spend. Let's just make it bad for them. If anybody wants to come in, they're just going to have to go through the ringer every time. Now, does that actually make them a target? No, it does not. So the slap doesn't work that well. The slime, on the other hand, works maybe too well. Yeah, so I might actually want to trash the slime traps, as the spinners don't spin quite often enough. Oh, do I have to spin them? Oh. That's got to be it. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess we're just gonna... Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna replace those. Better to just have more spikes. I may need some more treasure vaults, though. I'm realizing we might have too much money. Welcome to my back caves, full of gold! For reasons...
Ding dong, it's payday.
Okay, there we go. Traps. Use that one. We want to do 1, 2. There. I mean, I have plenty of money for this, yeah? Let's just, be really freaking silly about it. Now let's go over here, because I think we're going to need another one of these.
The saw trap was perfectly suited for cutting tree trunks, but since they wouldn't become a resource until Dungeons 5, it would have to settle for dwarves for now.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Oh no, they do spin. What are they doing? Well, the snots are still rolling, despite the fact that the dwarves are here to cause issues. There goes the wheel. Yeah, that wheel is so worth it. Like, put it in the right spot, it's always going to be amazing. Oh. Infusomat, but we need research for it. I think I'll make one more of these. And that'll be the end of it. I don't think we need too many more traps. We don't exactly have a whole lot of storage for the parts. But that's fine. Alright. Pull the horde, drop them here. Let's kill these guys while we've got them. If we can. That was interesting. Half of my guys just checked out for a hot second. I'm gonna lose one of my other orcs. And the goblin is still not coming along. It looks like picking up goblins and then dropping them doesn't seem to work.
Bit the dust.
Oh, are they stunned? Is that's what's going on here? Okay. Well, let's see about a gnome. So yeah, we're just gonna make this area kind of inhospitable to pass through, especially with the silly amount of silly amount of money that I have. I guess we will run out eventually. I think we're pretty good. Okay. No, that picked up the goblin that time around. Also, the gnome seems to be working very well. I don't see the goblin in the mix. But maybe we'll see once we get out. Or he'll just be wandering around. Why not? There he is. Okay, yeah, that went much faster. Oh. I mean, you know what? This thing can fight back or something. Can I just slap this guy? No, I cannot. That's fine. We'll beat them first. He's stuck on the door anyway.
The dwarves were defeated for the time being. Satisfied, the essence of absolute evil rubbed something together that could perhaps pass for two hands together. The all-destroying evil had conquered the exit. This left the way to the surface open for its troops.
Okay, looks like we're good. Haven't lost anybody. And now we can go outside. Yep. Going outside.
The absolute evil's creatures blinked a little as they stepped into the glaring light of the sun. Finally, they could lay waste not only to the boring corridors of the dungeon, but also to the lush green meadows of the overworld.
Okay, so that's how we do attack move. It's F. It only works on the overworld, because the control scheme is slightly different. I guess I'll just do this. Just have everybody focus on that. So what do we even have around here? I guess let's clear out this side area, because it looks like we've got another orc that we can pick up.
The horrific evil had destroyed a camp in the overworld. The defeated heroes ran away crying and tried to entrench themselves behind even higher walls.
Okay, other thing to note, we're going to need a bigger Vault of Evil.
A cage was destroyed and creatures were freed.
Alright. Grab a goblin. Multiple goblins. Dang. They're making it easy on me. But then again, this is the first, like, real mission. It's not supposed to be that hard. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have stuff like Berserker Raid. Okay, so we also need to... get a better bunk. Or expand this room. Well, should we just make it longer? That seems like the easiest answer. Okay, so what else do we have around here? Not too much. I mean, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot of resistance. Maybe some cages?
Evil had destroyed another of the heroes' camps. Screaming at the top of their voices, the survivors took to their heels.
Okay, it doesn't look like we've lost anybody. Let's go up here and double check. Yep, there it is. Yeah, visually this is a marked step up. Which, like, I don't want to say isn't too hard. Because, like, Dungeons 3 looked really nice. But just the little bit of extra visual polish on this, the animations, the special effects, especially kind of the corruption spreading in this manner looks really nice. Okay, there we go. Add another door. There. Now my distribution looks a lot better.
I have to protect the blueprint, Snookums. Otherwise, the orcs will eventually end up building some decent machinery here. Well then, keep your chin up, Toodles.
Brynhild, what are you doing? I thought your dwarves could easily handle a few orcs.
Problems, brother mine? Oh, what a shame. I had actually already planned on making myself a tea set out of dwarf skulls.
Thalya, your evilness truly knows no bounds. These dwarfs are part of the Alliance of Good. You were also once part of that alliance.
Getting stuck on the bridges. Maybe a little bit of an issue. Not a huge one. It looks like level 2 is our current unit maximum. I wonder if there's a higher cap later.
To the dwarves'
Probably.
oversized hammer lay open. The trembling heroes prepared themselves for the final battle.
Yeah, let's just punch our way through. I'm looking forward to playing this when it comes out. Maybe I don't know. As my voice gets better, I will probably try and stream a couple more of these games. Because it's going to be like this and like... Actually, you know what? Let's run back. We don't have enough healing. It won't follow me forever, probably. Yep, there we go. Some might. Go back here. Oh, this might be an invader group. Maybe that's why we had some issues. It is. Okay, I'm just gonna have this guy back the heck off. Because they had the full brunt of that. Okay, now let's just chill. Get him closer. Heal up. Get this. Because, yeah, I want to finish more games. I saw a trend... I've seen this trend here and there. But people making kind of, like, threads about every game they finish on a yearly basis. And I, like, looked back at all the games I finished this year, and it's like 5? Maybe 6 games? And, like...
The saw trap's blades whirred along the wall, just waiting for bread to slice. Or heroes, whichever came first.
Did it finally finish the trap? I suppose it did. Not that it matters. Alright. We are back up to where we were. They were just chaining too many fights all at once. And it looks like they didn't heal. Well, that's a boon for me. Not only did they not heal, they didn't really do much of anything. Yeah, we've got all sorts of evilness points, but I don't think that's going to help us too much. Alright, well, this was reasonably easy. Obviously, I'm slow as heck when I'm playing this game, but I think that just comes with the territory. Make your dungeon completely unstoppable. Then you go out and clear everything else. Or unstoppable, unassailable. Then you go clear everything else out.
The dwarven equipment spectacularly went up in flames, which was rather odd, as the creatures had only been hitting the thing with their weapons. But fine, perhaps horde weapons were made of flint. Yet the distraction provided by the dwarven intervention had shifted the destruction-loving evil's focus long enough for Thalya and her stepbrother Tristan to disappear into the distance. With an imaginary sigh, the staggering evil took one last look around before setting off in pursuit. The path led to the Hellwoods, an eerie place claimed by the demonic creatures of the underworld.
Alright.
The Hellwoods. Thalya was taken ever deeper into the lands by her stepbrother Tristan. They passed through the Hellwoods, a hotbed of demons.
I am shocked that I'd actually be able to do another mission. Those first two felt like a very complete demo package. Okay, we gotta go back. Otherwise, the narrator is just going to keep talking at me. I love that narrator, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's the Stanley Parable guy, for anybody wondering. But, yeah, the first 2 missions felt like a very complete demo, and anything else beyond that is bonus. I don't know what's in extras. Oh, game hints. It's fine. Anyway, I absolutely adore the Dungeon series. Like I was saying earlier, like, my first experience was bad, mostly because I don't think I was willing to engage with it on the right level, but now that I've properly done it, properly, like, gotten into the series, it's like, oh man, these games are great. And I can't wait to see more. And I want to see what they do. You know, new unit types, we've already seen a couple. Research, dungeon, especially the dungeon traps felt better in this one, but maybe that's just me. And just all the different elements feel much more polished, much more, like, more developed in this one. And I want to see where they take it. Obviously, plot-wise, we're just kind of, I don't want to say retreading old ground, but it feels like there's a reset with every single Dungeons game. Which kind of makes sense, because we've already conquered the world, what, twice now? What else are you going to do? So, I guess with all that said, if you guys want to play the Dungeons 4 demo yourselves, it's available on Steam right now as part of the Steam Next Fest. I don't know how long it's going to stick around, but if you do miss it, that's fine, because the game will be coming out on November 9th. And I truly highly recommend these games. If you haven't, and you're curious about it, I'd recommend just go pick up Dungeons 2 and 3. I've never actually played Dungeons 1, so I can't even speak to that one. But at least I can vouch for Dungeons 3 and probably vouch for Dungeons 2. And I'm sure around launch there's going to be a big ol' sale for Dungeons 3. So keep an eye out for that. For now, though, I guess if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.